Hello and good morning. Welcome to Matcha Mornings with Diane. I am your host, Diane. I am a dancer, performing artist based in New York City, and welcome to my podcast where I talk about all things mindfulness, life in New York as a performing artist, creativity, art, and everything in between. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my podcast. Hey everyone, welcome to Matcha Mornings with Diane. Today I want to talk about something that's been on my mind lately. I think this theme of showing up as you are has been coming up a lot because I have been experiencing new things. I have been revisiting spaces that I'm not as familiar with anymore. And if you listen to my recent episode where I talk about my intentions for March, I told myself that I will be taking more commercial dance classes in the coming months. And this past week I was able to do that. I finally took my first commercial dance class in a while. It's been months, it's been a while. So it was really great. But I was definitely scared getting back into it. And I know that a lot of it is just from this fear or this imposter syndrome. So that is what I want to talk about on this episode today. So if you've ever doubted yourself or felt like you couldn't share your work, then this episode is for you. So go grab your matcha or beverage of choice and get cozy and let's dive in. So what is imposter syndrome? I think that imposter syndrome is essentially just this fear of being seen, fear of being vulnerable. Because as artists, I know how terrifying it is to put our work out there because it opens us up to criticism, both good and bad. And that fear often tells us that we may not be ready enough or that we have to wait until we're quote unquote perfect before we actually put our work out there. But if we look at the artists that we so greatly admire, they always walk with this fear. But what really sets them apart is how grounded they are in their purpose, in their worth. They know that they are capable. They know that they have something worth sharing. And yes, that they are always capable, yet still a work in progress, always learning and always evolving. And I think we can learn so much from them because your art matters. It deserves to be shared. It deserves to be seen. Think about those moments when you just get to read a book, when you listen to a piece of music, when you get to see this film and it moves you. Don't you think your work can do that for someone else? And wouldn't it be such a beautiful thing that the world can experience your work that way? And I think ultimately it's all about believing that art really has this ability to heal and to inspire the world. I personally still experience imposter syndrome a lot. All of these doubts and fears still come in for me, and I think they come in more often than I'd like to admit, especially with this podcast. It's still so new to me, and sometimes I still think, do I even have enough to offer? Do I even have the authority to talk about these subjects? And when these thoughts come up, I just try to push past them and tell myself that first and foremost, I am doing this for myself. And if my insights resonate with even just one person, then I have done my job. And that's more than enough for me to keep going and to keep sharing. And so when imposter syndrome creeps in, and trust me, it creeps in a lot for me, more often than I'd like to admit, I have learned to acknowledge it. I pause, take a breath, and thank the doubt for being there because I know that fear is just a reminder of how much I care about my work. And it's only human to want and need external validation every now and then, to have that reassurance that what we're creating matters. And when I feel like I get too caught up in how my work is going to be received, I just remind myself that I am capable, I have something valuable to offer, I am enough as I am right now, and that my art has the power to inspire, connect, and heal. Sometimes I'll also reflect on those moments when I felt proud of myself, those moments when I dared to share something, even when I was scared. And those moments, no matter how big or small, are proof that I am capable, proof that I can make an impact. In this age of social media, I think it's incredibly bold and healing to show up just as you are. We need more of that authenticity. Life isn't always picture perfect, but even the messy parts are beautiful. And the greatest artists, they are not afraid to fail. They know that failure is just an opportunity to learn, to grow, to level up, and that, yeah, failure is just a part of the equation of success and putting your work out there, that it is worth failing if it means that I get to share something and to make an impact in this world. So if you're feeling stuck or doubting yourself today, as I end this episode, I want you to remember this. You are enough as you are right now. Your art, your voice, your ideas, they all deserve to be seen and heard. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. And if this episode resonated with you, I would love to know in the comments below. And feel free to reach out to me on my other social media accounts. Until next time, keep showing up just as you are.